When I first decided to release a video on the anniversary of the worst video on my channel, I was going to do something funny or silly. But I decided against that because the only thing that I could think of was re-releasing it and pretending it was Dreamscape episode 1. Which, technically, it kind of is. It was the precursor to what Dreamscape would eventually become. But I felt like that might piss people off a bit, so I decided not to. Instead, I decided to update you all on how I'm getting on with this episode. So, I'm going to split this into categories so that I can kind of compartmentalise everything properly. We'll start off with the progress, how I'm actually getting on art-wise. I'd like to show you all some updated references for the characters. The ones released for casting last year were slightly outdated, so after some look development, experiments and refining, I've updated them with a proper layout, palette and full turnaround. Some of these are still in progress, so don't mind the messy look. Not only does this provide extra content for you all to look at, it also helps me to keep the art consistent. You may notice some larger changes in certain characters. Cyan, for example, has a new set of horns and a different neck area, as the old one was kind of difficult to draw from certain angles. On top of that, Ryder, Raine and Vitas actually have ears now. I'm not sure why they didn't in the first place. I'm dumb. I've also taken a couple of parts in multi-animator projects to try and develop the animation style a little bit more. It's one thing to design characters and another to make them move in a believable way. Here's some examples of what I'm working on currently. Later on in the video, I will be showing you all a sneak peek of the Animatic, so make sure to stick around for that. On to our second section, merch. As this video goes up, I will be releasing our first round of adorable masks and stickers. Why, you might ask? You've only got 650 subscribers, you don't exactly need merch. And you're right. But there was demand for it, in fairness. I wanted a Ryder mask and other people wanted Ryder stickers. If you wish to support this project but also want something to show for it, merch is the perfect balance. For now I'm limiting it to just these items, but if my audience grows I will make more. I may also start going to conventions after the pandemic is over and selling them there as well. Basically what I'm saying is I really want to go into an artist alley at some point. Hopefully in the near future. Now here comes something you probably all actually want to hear about. The release date. This part of the video is where things are slightly less relentlessly positive. Due to coronavirus, it's taken me a lot more time to get anything done, and I have other commitments that I need to stick to, such as university commissions and part-time jobs as and when I can get them. I had taken this into account with previous videos and streams, however I underestimated how much I could get done per week. Realistically, the earliest I could be done is around November this year, but that's even then kind of a stretch. This is entirely dependent on how shaky the production of my second year university film is, as I have to prioritise that for now. Of course, this could be pulled forward by our next section. While I may not personally be able to accomplish a release before November 2021, more hands on deck means more content can be worked on at any one time. Therefore, I'm officially asking for help. For transparency, I cannot offer pay at the moment. I only budgeted pay for my voice actors and some original songs for the soundtrack, and as I'm out of a job right now, I have no way of being able to increase said budget. However, I do have my own hands to offer on your projects when I am free from other commitments in the summer. Whether you want help on some of your more long-form projects or just a couple standalone pieces here and there, I'm more than happy to oblige in return for your help. As for what I need help with, at the moment I'm looking for storyboard artists, background artists, rough animators, 2D lighting and comp artists, and colour artists. You can contribute as much or as little as you have the time for. The more you contribute, the more I'm willing to give back. Your credits will go at the end of the episode, as well as any future episodes you contribute to. and you will be free to put your content in a professional show reel whenever you wish, with no NDA-like limitations. In the case that this show does earn money, whether through ad revenue, merch or Patreon, this will go towards paying these artists, along with the voice actors and musicians, and lastly myself for the next episode. On to our last section. I know, this is dragging. And if you've made it this far, you probably just want to see the animatic, so I promise to keep this section short. I'm working super hard on the If You're the Coffee PMV project. I intended to have it done by Valentine's Day, but as I've said earlier, a lot of things have gotten in the way of me finishing personal projects, so I may have to push that back until later in the year. I'm also working on a Spyro Iceberg video. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially a deep dive into some obscure fandom knowledge. Alongside that, I plan to release a couple other projects as part of a kind of prequel series to Dreamscape, including the PMV I'm currently working on. In the long term, I also hope to dive into other types of content such as video essays, more multi-animator projects, and 101 style guides on topics I'm competent in. If you'd like to support this kind of content, my Patreon and commission sheet are linked below.
Oh no, I insist. Continue smothering the children as you've always done. I'm sure they don't mind. You know that's not why I'm here, son. I just want to take some of the burden from your shoulders. Look, Vitus, I'm sorry it took me so long to intervene, but I'm making reparations now. They are adults, Vitus. You can't just keep coddling them forever.
Sorry about him. Uncle's been tense since Ty left.
You heard us?
Grandpa, you were shouting? We both heard you clear as day.
So, what do you think?
About leaving? I'm happy here. Personally. Ryder, however. Between you and me, I think he's interested in finding out what happened to Mother.
I see.
Thank you. I've been piecing it together for a while now. It feels good to finally have it working. No, I can't leave now. Ty's not back, and Vitas isn't doing well. Then I'll have to talk to him first. Spiderbot. Nope. Spider... droid? Nah, that sucks. Robot tarantula. Oh, geez, that's even worse. Oh, you know what? How about arachnid? ARACHN1D. What do you think about that, buddy? Not impressed. Sorry, it's the best I could come up with. Unless you'd prefer Spiderbot.
Oh, hello, brother. Nice to finally see you again.
Come on, I'm not that bad.
Ah, so this is what you've been working on? I'd wager my entire collection of scrolls that you called it something silly, like, oh, Big Spider, or Robot Tarantula.
Actually, their name is Arachnid, with a 1.
How creative! I wonder how long you spent thinking that one up.
Days. I spent days on it, Raine.
I don't believe that for a second. And if you're telling the truth, you really need to work on your naming skills. Grandpa told me you're interested in leaving with him.